You said it was the last time, but you keep coming back to tell me sorry that you take back all the things you said just to hurt me. Our love just went cold, but I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? I keep on making the same mistake. I always let you back in when I begin to get myself together again. You are back once more like everything's the same. I tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart, I can't pretend. Now I have to get over you again. You said it was the last time, but you keep coming back to show me sorry you have changed now. But it's the same old story. Our love just went cold, but I'm still burning. Our love just went cold. Why? I keep on making the same mistake. I always let you back in when I begin to get myself together again. You are back once more like everything's the same. I tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart, I can't pretend. Now I have to get over you again. Have to get over you again. Have to get over you. I keep on making the same mistake. I always let you back in when I begin to get myself together again. You are back once more like everything's the same. I tried to build my walls up, but you're taking them down. It's tearing me apart, I can't pretend. Now I have to get over you again. Have to get over you again.
Oh my child, I know you're hurt and you can't let go. It's not your fault and you don't deserve all the bad and the hurt. I know you tried so hard. I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer in this life? But don't give up. Just hold on tight. It'll be alright. All your life you've tried to be a good man inside. Did everything that you thought you should. Didn't seem to do you any good. I know you've tried so hard. I I know you've done your part. It's not fair. You did your time. How much longer will you suffer?
Good morning, jammers. Happy Monday to you out there. It is July 11th, 2022, and I'm Brad Brock, and I'm your host here at Jams and Coffee in the Morning, the very first official morning show that we're launching. And I'd like to thank you for joining me here and waking up with me. We got tons of stories to talk about, lots of stuff going on in the news. Very exciting stuff, local stuff here on the Treasure Coast, and some entertainment news to get on to you. And I'm going to get your feedback on a few things because I've got some story time for you. But I guess before we get into all of that, we'll get a little check of the weather. The window check out there looks great. It's sunny and blue skies out there. Today will be continue to be hot and humid, but there is a healthy afternoon rain chance, and the highs will be near 90. Now, the rain chances decline through the week as some slightly drier air works its way in and flows more east to southeasterly. So we might actually be spared some of the rain coming up in the middle of the week. But today, this afternoon, it's probably going to be rainy. So get your raincoats, and, of course, your umbrellas. I guess I'll give a little weekend recap here. Of course, we had our season premiere of the Jams and Cocktails podcast on Wednesday night where we did the Tortilla Slap Challenge. Now, if you've not seen this or you're not a TikToker or, which I wouldn't say that I am a TikToker by any means, but I do have one. Comes with the territory, as they say. But, so this is TikTok is loaded with these crazy viral challenges, right? So there's things like trying to blow a candle out or doing the whipped cream challenge. We've done those on our podcast before. This is called the Tortilla Slap Challenge, right? So very, very simple. You put a little water in your mouth, and you and your opponent slap each other in the face with tortillas, and whoever spits the water out first loses. Super funny challenge. A great way to get out some fun, playful aggression. It hit exactly how I wanted it to. And that is on our TikTok and, of course, on our Facebook page and whatnot. So go check that out. But yeah, we had a great premiere. We had a very in-depth conversation about some hot-button topics, including reproductive rights and things like that, things that the girls here on the JNC podcast are very passionate about, and women nationwide, I'm sure, are very passionate about that. So it was a great discussion, and I think you should check that out, too, if you have any interest. But yeah, I mentioned that today is July 11th, which means it's National 7-Eleven Day. What does that mean? Well, if you're not in the know, 7-Eleven is a chain of convenience stores, and every year on 7-Eleven, they give away free Slurpees to their customers, right? Now, this is not just any ordinary 7-Eleven Day. They're celebrating the brand's 95th birthday today. And they have the biggest and best deals yet. And this is actually for the first time ever, Slurpee Day is taking place across all 7-Eleven, Speedway, and Stripes stores nationwide. I didn't even know that Speedway was part of 7-Eleven. I think it's a superior gas station and convenience store, but we won't go there. Customers will also receive an exclusive Slurpee Day cup today, which they can refill and sip on for just $1. How about that? There's also a limited time mystery Slurpee flavor that customers can try called What the Fanta. So I'm assuming that maybe some of the Fanta soda pop is involved there, but only one way to find out. Get out there to 7-Eleven and get your free Slurpee today. Yeah. So the lines are open here in the studio. I know it's early, but if you feel like chatting, you can get us at 772-888-1596, and you can keep me company in real life. But we're going to jump into some great local music here to get your drive started, or if you're, I don't know, brushing your hair. I didn't do that today. I threw a hat on because that's the life I live today. It's been a long weekend. We'll talk more about that, but here is one of my favorite tunes. This is by a lovely young lady named Sierra Lane. This is Deep Dive. Enjoy. I'll be right back.
Take my hand, he said. I'll show you wildest dreams. Close your eyes, he said, and open up your mind. Take deeper breaths, be in sync with your soul. Or the pressure will swallow you whole. They told me to stay, but I want to fly. Adventure is out there, and this is my time. He said I'll be with you, and I'll never tell you goodbye. I've shown what awaits, now go and deep dive, deep dive. Hey, 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 deep dive. Courage plus the soul, who will guide me home. Will we ever meet again? Again. Oh, take deeper breaths, be in sync with your soul. You know something that nobody knows. I won't come down. I want to see the ground beneath me. Listen to the sound of all my boundaries breaking. Oh. They told me to stay, but I want to fly. Adventure is out there, and this is my time. listen to the sound of all my boundaries breaking. Oh, deep dive.
I know you're tired, sleepless nights. You don't smile where your mind. What's on your mind? Oh, baby, baby. In and out, you're spacing out. We're falling out. Ooh, I doubt. Don't shut me out. Oh, baby, baby. Things ain't the same for real. Don't hide it from me, baby. Tell me how you feel. Love and affection, I can help you heal. And you know I can keep it real.
Baby, I can be someone anytime you need someone. Call me someone. I'd rather be with you than here without you.
Baby, I can be
Someone,
anytime you need
someone,
Call me.
someone.
I'd rather be with you than here without you.
You're worth the while. I run a mile to help you fight, make it right. Hold you tight, oh baby, baby. No more tears, it's a drought. Let's work it out, pull you out, won't let you drown. Oh baby, baby, things ain't the same for real. Please don't keep it bottled, tell me how you feel. Love and affection, I can help you heal. And you know I'ma keep it real. Baby, I can be someone anytime you need someone. Call me someone. I'd rather be with you than be here without you.
Baby, I can be
Someone,
anytime you need
someone,
Call me.
someone.
I'd rather be with you than here without you.
Baby, I can be someone anytime you need someone.
Baby, I can be
Someone,
anytime you need
someone,
Call me.
someone.
I'd rather be with you than here without you. Baby, I can be
Someone,
anytime you need
someone,
Call me. I'd rather be with you than here without you.
All right, we are back. And that was Anthony Ryan with Someone featuring the incomparable, amazing Abby Owens. Awesome, guys. That's a new one for me. The first time I actually got to hear it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Hey, let's get into some news time. We're going to start with some celebrity news before we get into our local buzz. So we'll kick it off with our celebrity birthdays. Our oldest birthday here on this list today. Happy birthday to Giorgio Armani. I hope I pronounced that right. Giorgio Armani is 88 years old. So it's amazing. He's still out there designing bags and other fabulous things to accessorize or wear. Giorgio Armani. Richie Sambora of Bon Jovi turning 63 years old today. Richie Sambora, the guitarist for Bon Jovi, also the former husband of Heather Locklear, a beauty in all respects. Lisa Rinna, I like to affectionately call her Lips McGee, the most beautiful lips in Hollywood, I think. Lisa Rinna, 59 years old today. Lil Kim, also nice lips. She is 48, which blows my mind. Lil Kim is 48 years old today. So happy birthday, Lil Kim. The Octomom, Nadia Sulman, the Octomom, is 47 years old. How old are those kids? Anybody out there listening knows how old the Octomom kids are now. 8 children she birthed in one pregnancy. Amazing, incredible. She's 47. Those kids have got to be in college by now. And rounding out our baby birthday today is Alessia Cara, singer, wonderful songwriter as well. She's 26 years old today. So happy birthday, you celebrities out there. I do have an important birthday mention today. Local one-man band entertainer, good friend of ours here at JNC, Stephen D. Hunt, is celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday, Stephen. I hope you're doing something fun and enjoyable, not mowing the grass or things that I'll actually be doing later on. Mowing the grass. That's on my to-do list once this show is over. But happy birthday, Stephen. So we talked about 7-Eleven Day a little bit earlier on, so go get your free Slurpee from 7-Eleven. Dua Lipa, singer Dua Lipa, she's actually teaming up with Truly for a new spiked seltzer line. I don't know, seltzers for me are a guilty pleasure. I love them. I think they're easy to drink, they taste good, and if you're lucky, give you a little buzz. So this is called, it's being dubbed the Truly Poolside Variety Pack. And it is packed with flavors inspired by Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia album. You can sip on flavors such as Pina Colada style, Strawberry Melon Fizz, Kiwi Mojito style, and Orange Peach Fizz. Not to be confused with Orange Peach Fuzz, which is a whole other thing. But she also fashioned the cans to harken back to the 90s with bold retro colors and accents, which I think this is a theme now. A lot of things are going retro. A lot of things are coming out that are, in vintage packaging. I think Pepsi was doing it for a little while. I think with the coming about of Stranger Things, which obviously is a massive 80s throwback, with music and style and things like that, and it's becoming wildly popular. Not becoming. Stranger Things is wildly popular. But I think bringing back these retro things, these nostalgic elements to products and marketing, I think it's a hit, because I hate to admit it sometimes, but I'm a millennial. Was born in the mid 80s myself, so grew up seeing these things, a 90s kid at heart, and growing up through the 90s. So you get to see all these things and the massive changes that have happened to some of our favorite chain restaurants and things like that. McDonald's, that massive overhaul from, the fun play place to the boring brown building that it is today. And went from Happy Meals to, coffees and donuts. Now it's a restaurant. But I feel like these trends are following the millennial growth. And I find it fascinating because, being around at the advent or the availability of the internet and seeing how that has progressed, it is interesting. I think other generations are missing out. The millennial, everyone's marketing towards the millennials, I think, in the grand scheme of things. My personal opinion, if you disagree, feel free to let me know in the chats and comments, or you can give me a call here at the studio, 772-888-1596, if you have an opposing view on that. But check out Dua Lipa's Truly Spiked Seltzer, Truly Poolside Variety Pack. You can get your hands on a pack of that through the end of this month. So check that out. Journey is in the news. The band Journey, they make a triumphant return with a brand new album called Freedom. Now, there is one remaining founding member of Journey left in the band, but that does not take away from how dope these guys are. So on Friday, July 8th, they dropped their 15-track album, Freedom, and it makes it the band's first album of new material in 11 years. The last was 2011's album Eclipse. The album was actually greeted with rave reviews, with Rolling Stone praising it for being a mixture of classic Journey ballads, heavy rockers, and funky numbers. Vulture actually commended the new material for encapsulating the scorching spirit that listeners have always loved about Journey, whose wheels keep churning out stadium-ready anthems and ballads after nearly 5 decades together. In addition to new music, Journey and AEG have also announced 4 exclusive Las Vegas show dates with a symphony orchestra at the new state-of-the-art Resorts World Theater. The special engagement will actually kick off on the 15th of this month. So, Journey fans, old and new, check it out. The brand new album, Freedom. So maybe if we're lucky and the copyright gods don't strike me down, I'll play a little snippet of one of the tracks there later on in the show. So this next story I found very interesting, personally, because I have had recently what I believe is a paranormal encounter. Yes, I know. Spooky, spooky stuff, guys. I wouldn't say that I'm a true believer in these things, but I certainly believe that there's something going on outside of our perception, right? So, and there's too many stories worldwide to refute that these experiences are actually happening. And myself have had some unexplained things happen recently and has been ongoing, in fact. Right, so let's start with Kesha's story. She actually opens up about a past claim that she slept with a ghost. Really unsurprising for Kesha, whom I have a massive celebrity crush on. Always have. She just something about her. Maybe it's the freckles. I don't know. Don't tell Jordan. I'm kidding. She's fully aware of my crush on Kesha. So Kesha, she once told Conan O'Brien that she went, quote unquote, to the bone zone with a ghost. She even sang about it in the song Supernatural. But was her decade-old tale a big fib? Well, the Grammy nominee revisited her old claims and came clean that she embellished what happened while leaving out some other important details. Speaking to E's Daily Pop, she said, "I was in Texas, Fort Worth, Texas, and I had something wake me up while I was in bed with my boyfriend at the time, and it was a touch down the body." She went on to say, "I woke up and looked at the end of the bed, and there was an apparition of a woman." Kesha described of the infamous ghost incident. So full disclosure, I never actually slept with a ghost, but she did wake me up in a very sensual way. Ooh, sensual. Side note, did you notice that sensual is it's so sensual to say? Just say it to yourselves right now, driving in your car or brushing your teeth. Maybe be careful if saying it while you're brushing your teeth, you'll get toothpaste everywhere. But sensual. It is sensual. Kesha said that she's had plenty of brushes with the paranormal, which actually inspired her own ghost hunting show on Discovery Plus, Conjuring Kesha. She said, "I've been experiencing weird stuff since I was little, and it's always been in me to be fascinated with supernatural, the paranormal, and unexplainable and intangible." She raved, adding that the upcoming series is the most absurd, fun, wild, life-changing thing she's ever done in her life. She described what happens in each episode, saying, "I took a friend. Each episode is a different friend. To different paranormally charged locations, and we just went on a wild-ass adventure in each episode." She said, "Each one both scared the shit out of me and scared the shit out of them." So Conjuring Kesha actually premiered this past Friday on the streaming service Discovery Plus, and I'm going to check that out. But this leads me into my own paranormal experiences, right? So we'll start with this one, the most recent. So occasionally, and this has been going on, I would say maybe a little over a year, And this has been happening in both houses, the houses we lived in last year and the new house that we're in this year. But sometimes I will, be getting ready to go to a gig, and I'll get in the shower and I'll feel a burning on my back, right? Anybody ever cut themselves and then run water in it? Obviously, it's a burning sensation. So I would get out of the shower and towel off, and I could feel there's pain there. So, I do an awkward look in the mirror to see my own back, and there's 3 scratch marks in the middle of my back. Now, they're not huge. I would say they're probably an inch, maybe an inch and a half in length down my back, but it's 3 like claw marks, right? And this has been happening off and on for over a year. And so I don't know if it's a house haunting or if I have some sort of a paranormal attachment. But yeah, it's so freaky, and of course you go down the rabbit hole when you research things like this, and everybody's like, oh, it's a demon. And maybe it is, but I don't notice any like bad things happening in my life, knock on wood, but it still is unnerving that I really cannot debunk what's been going on. And it's always in the same general area of my back, and it's always 3 scratches, right? So I try to look, do I put a backpack on, or like where do I sit often, and what was I doing just before I noticed it, and I just cannot explain the scratches, right? So anybody out there have any similar stories or things like that? Anybody to give me some advice? Paul from Drums and Rums just chimed in. He said, how long ago did you sell your soul for music? And that's funny. I feel like if I had sold my soul, I would probably be much more famous by now. But if my soul was worth that much, I suppose. But but yeah, and aside from paranormal, any other suggestions as to why I might have these scratches on my back? We've figured out that it's not Jordan. We figured out that it isn't her harming me in the middle of the night or anything like that, because it has in fact happened when she was gone on a trip, and I was completely by myself. Now, the second thing that happens to me, I've read that is actually pretty common. It might not be supernatural at all, but it feels supernatural to me. There's a thing called exploding head syndrome, right? And so apparently this is when you're sleeping and you hear, some people hear explosions, some people hear crashing, but it generally wakes people up, right out of a dead sleep to nothing going on, right? So I have this recurring one, and it's, as many of you know, if you're friends of mine, my mother passed away 8 years ago, but like, sometimes I'll be sleeping and dreaming, and I never remember what I'm dreaming about, but in the loudest voice in the world, like exploding head voice, I'll hear my mom yell my name, and it wakes me up out of a dead sleep, usually sweating, and I'll look around, and it's dead silent in the room. Jordan's passed out, completely asleep, and there's no other sound, and I'll sit there and I'll listen, and I'll wait. And nothing more. So, it's just this loud Brad, and it's you could just tell, or I could just tell that it's my mother's voice, like a warning almost. And I have noticed that it usually happens when I've been stressed out or under pressure or anything like that. So it could very well be some sort of anxiety thing, which I've heard that's most of the time the case. But if anybody's experienced that is a really impressive one. Exploding head syndrome. So let me know if you've done that, or any explanations for that would be great. But yeah, the back scratches, that's, the exploding head thing, there's no residual effects from that. But the back scratching, they're still there on my back, and I noticed this on Thursday. So isn't that something? But yeah, I don't know. That stuff fascinates me. I love a good ghost story. So if you have any of those too, please drop them in the chats and comments. What else do we have on here? Bob Dylan is front running, it seems, this big NFT movement, right? So he has actually sold a unique recording of "Blowing in the Wind" for, get this, guys, $1.7 million. That's exploding head syndrome as far as I'm concerned. So listen, Bob Dylan's first attempt at bringing recorded music into the fine art marketplace has been a huge success. His one-of-a-kind recording of "Blowing in the Wind" to a new music format called Ionic Original has sold at auction for $1,769,508. Kind of an unusual number, but hey, I would have been the guy being like, oh, 507, 508 sold. Maybe not. As a format, Ionic Original is described as a hybrid of CD and vinyl formats, offering the highest possible audio quality. Now, Dylan's original recording features only himself on guitar, harmonica, and vocals. This new version reportedly employs a band, including the producer Burnett on guitar, Greg Lees on mandolin, and Don Was on bass. There's only one master of this session that exists, hence the hefty price. Though potential buyers were treated to a listening experience in Los Angeles, New York, and London ahead of the July 7th auction with Christie's, Burnett says the Ionic Originals can't be mass-produced, meaning similar projects, Dylan apparently has some more in the works, will likely serve as collector's items and rare investments. So while the format may not change the music industry altogether, he says it could serve as another avenue for musicians to earn a living in an era where music is being increasingly devalued. And now I do agree with that sentiment. I think that it's more difficult these days for songwriters and entertainers on the whole, music artists, to put a value on music. You know, with the advent of streaming sound, it's you're able to pull music from the air at your on demand, at your whim. It's no longer relying on the radio to broadcast music to you in a way that is trackable, traceable. You know, and of course these companies like Spotify are paying pennies on the dollar, sometimes less, fractions of pennies on the dollar for each stream that is listened to. So making music in the traditional way is kind of going out the window. So this is an interesting way for artists to continue generating revenue off of their music and new music. Unfortunately, I don't see where the benefit would be for smaller scale artists. This is clearly for people that have been in the game a very, very long time and are wildly successful. Bob Dylan is a legend in the music world. So, of course, his music is going to sell for $1.7 million. One song, unbelievable. But yeah, NFTs is becoming this massive thing, similar to crypto, where, you own a piece of digital art and it's exclusive. So I see the benefit in the future. But a reminder, if you're out seeing local live music and they have a traditional CD up there for sale, just grab one. It's usually $10. I usually have a little sign next to mine when I'm performing shows that says, help support me. And by doing that, you get this glorified drink coaster, which you could use it for. But you could also go and grab my music anywhere you can listen to music. And I'll get my fraction of a penny from Spotify. But yeah, Bob Dylan, interesting. Interesting to see who else is jumping on board with this this Ionic format, because it seems interesting enough. I'm interested more to see to hear what this quality is between this vinyl CD hybrid. Maybe we'll never know. On to some local news, and then we'll take a little break. Local news. And this was something that my friend Dave on the pre-show or on the trial run show last week said he wanted to know a little bit more about. So, Dave, if you're out there listening today, Port St. Lucie, the recycling will still be on hold. I heard that they had resumed it. That was a lie. Sorry for lying to you. But it will be on hold until September. And Waste Pro, believe this, anybody living in Port St. Lucie, Waste Pro denies being behind on trash pickup. I think our friend Scott Benge, fellow entertainer, musician extraordinaire, would beg to differ. I've seen his posts on social media really, really trashing the trash service, that his trash will just sit on the side of the road for ages. But 6 weeks ago, the city suspended recycling so that Waste Pro could catch up on uncollected garbage. Now the city is extending that moratorium until September, when its new trash hauler, FCC Environmental Services, is to replace Waste Pro, which has done the city's pickups for 16 years, if you believe that. Waste Pro officials could not be reached Wednesday for comment on the continuing recycling suspension. The company, however, denies being behind on collections. Now, I had mentioned this before, that in my neighborhood in Port St. Lucie, we never have trash left for weeks on end. But there are times where they will come a day after they're supposed to, which is, I would rather them come at all. But it is a little annoying to put your stuff down there and the wind blows and knocks things over. And, I believe that becomes a safety issue. People driving down the street. We live on a pretty main drag through our neighborhood, so people come in all the time. And, it's like a crapshoot. When do you put your trash out? When do you bring the cans in? Because you don't want them sitting out until the next week. So there needs to be some stability, I think. And I think that's where this all kind of spurts from, is that there's a set day that the garbage is supposed to come, and it's not happening. So they went on to say, while the streets, or where there may be streets or side of streets or sections of neighborhoods that have been missed as drivers unfamiliar with the area acclimate to the routes, Waste Pro is running the routes on the scheduled days. And that is from Waste Pro attorney Amy Tingley. Ooh, sensual Tingley. And she told TC Palm that in an email. But the city claims some areas have gone without collection for at least a week based on recent residential complaints and observations from the City Code Compliance Department. Late pickups and missed collections have been an issue here since 2019, leading to thousands of complaints and a lawsuit by the city against Waste Pro. The city is spending nearly $500,000 to lease 9 additional garbage trucks to reduce the backlog on collections. And St. Lucie will pay for those trucks with the fines it's imposed on Waste Pro, now roughly $3.2 million. You can get 2 Bob Dylan records for that. Fines have also covered about $1.3 million owed to Optimum Services for picking up vegetation and bulky waste. Additionally, the city hopes to use more of the fines and money, or any award it could win in court, for the expected 18 temporary workers and at least 9 city public works employees who volunteered to drive the trucks. The temporary workers would be paid about $25 per hour, and city employees will get 2 hours extra pay per shift. So if you're looking for a job, that's temporary work. $25 an hour, it's slim pickings out there, so that's pretty good. And you get to just hang out on a truck and throw trash in it. I might have to look into this for myself. Going back to Bob Dylan for just a second, Paul said, didn't he recently sell his whole catalog? Yes, but when artists do that, Paul, they sell what is already there. So because this is a new recording, it belongs to Bob Dylan. Isn't that interesting? And moving forward, any new music that Bob records belongs to him. or whomever owns the master, of course. These days, I feel like a lot more artists are keeping a hold of their masters. But yeah, they don't own the rights to the song itself in terms of that he wrote it, but they do own the audio recordings. That's what he sold in that huge collection, or that catalog sell-off, which he made a pretty penny on. So, yeah, but this now belongs to the master doesn't belong to him. It belongs to the person who bought it at auction, which is incredible. It's a whole new world for music out there. I find it fascinating. So, but yeah, if you have any comments about the trash pickup in Port St. Lucie, feel free to drop it in the chats and comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. The hotline is open, 772-888-1596. I'm going to take a quick break and be back for today's top 10 list. And it's a good one for the locals because it has to do with eating. Delicious. So when we come back, we're going to talk about that. Here is a tune from my good friend Bob Green. This is The Next Full Moon. You're listening to JNC in the Morning. I'll be right back.
Sorry I can't stay, and I can see it in your face. Start to wonder if I am really worth your time. What can I say since that I never feel in place? Tell me why pieces just do what to find. Don't wanna lose this chance with you. Got something I got left to do. Promise it won't take too long, and I'll be back real soon. Stars will align, just give me till the next full moon. Can't say I'm surprised by the silence in your eyes. I know you think you must be such a fool. I'm telling you no lies. Gonna see alibis. Just gonna put away all of my ghosts and ghosts. Don't wanna lose this chance with you. I got something I got left to tell. Promise it won't take too long, and I'll be back real soon. The stars will align, just give me till the next full moon. The stars will align, just give me till the next full moon. Hey! Promise I'll be back, and don't you worry, I'm the best. Nothing can keep me away from you. But if you can't wait, then I will understand your pain, and I'll be so quietly with you. Don't want to lose this chance with you. Got something I got left to do. Promise it won't take too long, and I'll be back real soon. The stars will align, just give me till the next full moon. I don't wanna lose this chance with you. I got something I got left to do. Promise it won't take too long, and
Na 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 na. Living color and a moving line. Past the border, you will find tender motives and a heart of gold. Where's the time gone? Until she asked me again, was there ever a plan for your heart and energy? There's a cause and effect for the ones we infect with our love and our dreams. Make your move to draw her near. Not too close, I'm the cancer deer. I'm waiting for the sky to fall before I commit. And then she asked me again, was there ever a plan for your heart and energy? There's a cause and effect for the ones we infect with our love and our living color in a moving line. Past the border, you will find tender motives and a heart of gold. Where's the time gone? Until she asked me again, was there ever a plan for your heart and energy? There's a cause and effect for the ones we infect with our love and our dreams. Whoa, oh, 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 no, no, no. Whoa, oh, 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 ooh. Whoa, oh, 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 no, 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 no. Oh, 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 ooh. Ask me again, was there ever a plan for your heart and energy? There's a cause and effect for the ones we infect with our love and our dreams.
I've let you cross me. My mind shuts down and I can't compete. My body's shaking and I'm scared to say.
We are back. We are back. Yes, that was Deal James. Deal James with Cause and Effect. Good buddy Deal. Yeah, I was thinking on the break. I'm drinking water this morning because I don't have any coffee. All right. And we don't have any coffee in the house at all. Right. But Jordan had ordered coffee, a big container of coffee from Sam's delivered. And it got me thinking, what a time to be alive, where you can order groceries and you can order things that you run out of and it just comes delivered to your house. Now I work from home predominantly and especially throughout the week. So it's, like I'm a fan of the lunch delivery services and things like that because, breaking my stride to eat or do anything like that is wild to me. So it is nice and convenient. But yeah, I never thought, oh, Jordan, we're out of coffee. I should probably run to the store and get some. And she's like, oh, I've already ordered it. It should be here on Monday. And it's just thinking about it, what a time to be alive. And I was thinking, I think it's the coffee and another thing. And of course, we buy the Sam's Club membership. So it's very, very interesting, the things that you can have delivered to your house, and coffee apparently is one of them. So I'm sure that it will arrive at some point after the time that coffee is needed. But also looking at the chats here, my friend Philip tuning in there. He said, I'm thinking that the tortillas used for the slap challenge and how one would make a great breakfast wrap right now. He made some emojis of eggs and bacon. And the problem with that, Philip, is that we completely destroyed those tortillas. There was no remnants of them left. So it would literally, the best thing you could do is bake them and make them into tortilla chips. But those tortillas were completely demolished. You can see that in the video on our social media with with Ellie and Jordan and Paul and myself. That was a good time. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, I am sans coffee this morning, and it is a sad day. And I did have a Celsius, which is a local energy drink here in South Florida, I believe out of Boca Raton. And they're pretty good. They're pretty good. They get me a little jacked up, and which is unusual because I'm a traditional Red Bull drinker. Never in the morning, I think. It's usually to give you that like midday pickup. I'm a coffee drinker, but it got me over the hump this morning and got me in to the this show this morning. So, but hopefully I'll have coffee for tomorrow. We're gonna jump into our top 10 list, right? And as I mentioned, this is for Treasure Coast locals and or people visiting that are looking for this. I read this today from TC Palm. This is the top 10 hot dog joints on the Treasure Coast. And, of course, if I missed your favorite, let me know what it is. And let me know if your favorite lands on this list. This is in no particular order. This isn't like from 10 to 1 or anything like that. This is just outlining the 10 best spots that you can get hot dogs here on the Treasure Coast. So some of my favorite spots are on here, and I'll let you know which ones they are. But starting in Sebastian, we'll go north to south. In Sebastian, you have the Sebastian Train Depot. And the hot dog there, soft serve ice cream and sandwich shop opened in January of 2021 in the first train depot in Florida, built by Henry Flagler in 1893. So it's historic as well. The all-beef hot dogs are named after the original depot destinations running throughout the early 1900s, such as the Indian River Dog and Titusville Dog. It has a walk-up window, outdoor seating, and an indoor dining room for those who don't want to sit in the sweltering sun. Yeah, so check that out. Moving just south of there is Flat Dog Diner in Vero Beach. Palinoak opened his diner in March of 2021. These are some new places. Near the Vero Beach Regional Airport to bring homemade Polish dishes to the area. His menu features flat dog sandwiches, a pork and veal patty that's about 1/3 inch thick. It includes the original flat dog sandwich, served with mozzarella or pepper jack cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion, pickles, ketchup, and mayonnaise, as well as the flat dog alla pala sandwich. I like that. A little play on his name. And that's served with mayonnaise, cheese, and a house red cabbage salad. Sounds delicious. Now, Philip, I'm getting hungry. Hungry for weenies. And speaking of weenies, moving just south to Fort Pierce, One Crafty Weenie. Husband and wife team Gary Baldwin and Giselle Lewis were inspired by Fredgie's world-famous hot dogs in Jensen Beach to start their own food truck in December of 2019. They use Nathan's famous premium 100% beef hot dogs in their gourmet grilled dogs. The most popular item is the Angry PB&J. Who would have known? With melted peanut butter, raspberry preserves with seeds, and jalapenos. All hot dogs are served on Martin's potato rolls, which are sliced, buttered, and grilled. Peanut butter on a hot dog. Peanut butter and jelly on a hot dog, huh? I mean, the sweet and savory, it makes sense. It makes sense. I'd probably get on that. One Crafty Weenie in Fort Pierce. Also in Fort Pierce, Sonora Eats. It's a Mexican restaurant which is owned and operated by 5 siblings, all of whom live in Fort Pierce. It was opened just a couple months ago in May of 2022. They serve traditional dishes using ingredients straight from Sonora, Mexico. Another play on names. To make hot dogs, tacos, quesadillas, and burritos. The most popular menu item has been the Sonora Doggo, a hot dog with a variety of topping choices, including chorizo, bacon, lettuce, tomato, onion, mushrooms, and jalapenos. The restaurant has dine-in, takeout, and delivery options, which you know is a favorite for me. Let's see. Philip said, we like neat little places to visit, and he knows Fredgie's. Very cool. Very cool. These are some places I need to check out. You know, I never think to myself, let me go out and get a hot dog. But I always crave hot dogs. Who knew? So now I have a list of places to go and check out. Tasty Links in Fort Pierce. Owner Siobhan Hunter opened the gourmet hot dog and ice cream restaurant in July of 2021, serving affordable eats in a community atmosphere. All hot dogs are a quarter pound and 100% beef. The most popular menu items have been the Incredible Hulk, topped with steak, bacon, chili cheese, and crispy onions. The Iron Man, you see a trend here, a little Marvel trend. The Iron Man with a classic chili, cheese, and onion topping. And the Scooby-Doo with Fritos, chili, and cheese. Free additional toppings include ketchup, mustard, sweet relish, and dill pickles. And premium options include sauerkraut, jalapeno, or coleslaw. The restaurant also offers the One Solo Dog, a vegan hot dog made of carrots. So vegans, you can still get your hot dog on at Tasty Links in Fort Pierce. Moving on south to my neck of the woods in Port St. Lucie, in one of my favorite named restaurants. Jordan, if you're listening, yes, La Parada del Gordo in Port St. Lucie. The Colombian restaurant started in 2003 as a rented hot dog cart that mother and son team Elizabeth Novoa and Miguel Martinez moved daily from one place to another on Military Trail in West Palm Beach, communicating with customers by telephone to give them each new location. Awesome. They opened a permanent location in West Palm Beach and later expanded to Boca Raton and Port St. Lucie. We were so excited when they came here. The Colombian-style hot dogs include the Perro Hawaiian with its garlic, showy pink pineapple mustard ketchup sauce. Whoa, that's a mouthful. Where is it? Hot dogs in your mouth. It comes with chips, cheese, bacon, and a quail egg on top, as well as the Gordo Perro, which is the same but with shredded beef or chicken. Now, funny, Jordan and I have a lovely name for this particular place. We call it the Fat Bitch. And because the literal translation from La Parada del Gordo is the Fat Bitch. And don't just take my word for it. Go and put it into Google Translate right now. La Parada del Gordo. And I'm in love with this place. It's awesome. The burgers are really good too, but the hot dogs clearly is their staple. And Philip said, a vegan hot dog? That's wrong in so many ways. I agree. I'm not a fan of the impossible meats and things like that. I understand the fascination. I understand the nutritional deal and people that want to have the experience without eating animal. I totally get it. Not for me though. It's not for me. Not right now. Maybe in the future. You never know. But moving on in the list, we were just talking about Fredgie's, and here it is on the list. Fredgie's world-famous hot dogs in Jensen Beach. The renowned hot dog trailer, established in 1984, moved near downtown Jensen Beach to the parking lot across the street from Mulligan's on the Riverside in September of 2021. Its most popular menu item is Fredgie's Original, a hot dog with spicy mustard, peanut butter, and homemade chili. That's a flavor combination. I'm still trying to wrap my head around the peanut butter on the hot dog. I might have to try this. I've like Elvis Presley loved peanut butter on his burgers. I get that. I've tried that. It is delicious. But putting it on a hot dog and then putting chili on it, I don't know. Maybe I need to make a stop at Fredgie's for lunch today, and we'll see. It also has a Chicago hot dog with sweet relish, diced tomato, chopped onions, Marconi peppers, and celery salt, as well as dogs for dogs. Woof, woof. Yes, they have hot dogs that you can feed to your pets as well. How about that? It's fun. Fun, fun, fun. Also in Jensen Beach, let's see here. Also in Jensen Beach is the Dog Pound. A fitting name for a hot dog restaurant, I imagine. Owner and chef Marcus Colazzo uses Nathan's 100% beef hot dogs for his made-to-order specialty dogs. His specials include the El Cubano, which is topped with everything on a Cuban sandwich, as well as the ahi tuna dog with huge chunks soaked in a citrus soy marinade, served on a bed of seaweed with spicy kimchi, avocado, and dragon fruit, and drizzled with a spicy sriracha aioli. Clearly, this is not for the faint of heart. This is pinkies up hot dog eating at the Dog Pound. Check that out. In Stewart, Dune Dog, a great spot there. It was a popular, or continues to be, a popular Jupiter restaurant. And that was opened in 1994 and expanded with a second location in Stewart in September of 2018. It also has a food truck. Its menu includes a variety of hot dogs, a naked dog, which is a Hebrew national hot dog served on a grilled New England roll. Dot's pushcart dog, a Brooklyn-style version with a spicy tomato and onion sauce. And Leroy Brown's junkyard dog, Bad Leroy Brown, which is topped with its famous chili, cheese, Dot's sauce, and diced onions. And last on this list, and possibly the best, certainly a Treasure Coast staple, whether it's, of all restaurants, I think. Frankenstein in Stewart. The small hot dog and sausage shop has been serving Martin County for over 40 years. 40 years. The secret to its success must be the traditional Sabret Frankfurters. Sabret's hot dog carts have been a fixture on the streets of New York for decades. The menu features a variety of Frankfurters, including the Franken bun with ketchup, mustard, relish, or onions, which, in my opinion, that's the classic. You cannot beat a classic. Mustard and relish and onions. Oh, my God. Delicious. That's the way to do, in my opinion, that's the way to do a hot dog. But they also have the Frankenkraut with crisp hot sauerkraut heaped on top with spicy mustard. And that, my friends, top 10 hot dog spots on the Treasure Coast. Get it. Get you some. I think I'm going to get some. Now, if you don't agree with some of the hot dogs hot dog spots, or you have one of your own that didn't make the list, let me know in the chats and comments. We're going to get a traffic report here from our good friend Paul, who is actually on the road right now. We're going to get that in. So let's pull Paul in here on the hotline at 772-888-1596. Paul.
Hey, Brad. Good morning there. Traffic is moving smooth from North Palm Beach County on down to Central. I-95 is nice and go, and it's a beautiful day here, so no issues so far to report. On my way getting off of 45th Street.
That is fantastic news. That's unusual for a Monday morning.
It very much is, and I think I may actually take a detour and find one of these hot dog places.
I think you're a little too south for our list, but I'm sure there are tons of great hot dog spots down in South Florida area.
Yeah. There's a Dune Dog here in Jupiter. I don't know if that's the original one, but it's been there forever in the corner of Alton A1A and Center Street in Jupiter.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, that was the first location. I guess it started back in '94. They've been there. But,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep. So I just wanted to call in and give a traffic report for anybody who's listening and jamming and trafficking.
So it's
Traffic jam. How about that?
I love that. Traffic jams. Yes, Paul. That's perfect. Well, thank you for calling in, my friend. I'll catch you soon. Drive safe out there.
Have a great day.
You too, buddy. Nice. Guess what, guys? That was our first caller. First caller on the JNC hotline. Thanks for calling in, Paul. You can get on air as well. 772-888-1596. I'm going to take a quick break and come back for some other fun stuff. In the meantime, check out this tune from Spread the Dub. This is Coming Home Drunk. We'll be right back.
I try to be good, but I'm always bad. And I can't remember the good times we've had. Baby, something nice, 'cause I'm coming home from tonight. I'm always wrong, and you're always right. I didn't mean to start that fight. But if you could wear something nice, 'cause I'm coming home from tonight. I don't know why you had to act, but baby, please, just take me back. Take me back. Baby, no, I don't wanna get it. She's the best, she's the best, she's the best. I took a bird, and you started a fight. You broke my nose, and I got a DUI. But baby, no, I don't wanna get it. She's the best, she's the best, she's the best. I'm always wrong, and you're always right. I didn't mean to start that fight. Well, if you could wear something nice, 'cause I'm coming home from tonight. 'Cause I'm coming home from tonight. I'm coming home from tonight.
She's kinda mean, but she's got such a playful touch now. And I don't know if I should fight for it or if I should just let go. Trying hard just to keep her from calling it quits. Because she saw a message on my phone and now I'm all alone. Please don't leave me, girl, I'm trying to get back on my feet. Got a plan to make you stay, but you gotta trust in me, yeah. Please believe me, girl, I swear I'll leave my wicked ways. Gonna find a way to keep you for another day. Whoa, oh, whoa. Oh, oh, oh. Sit back, try to rewind. The pick up the pieces from a simpler time when she didn't know I was a liar and a thief. I try to steal the heart of every girl that I meet, and I'm breaking her trust like a glass pipe. But I can't fix it with the torchlight, cause a lady's heart's quite like a piece, don't you see? With a little crack, it'll break easily, and we use sex to patch the pain. Oh no, call it a temporary fix, cause you know we're both insane for sticking together for so long. Please don't leave me, girl, I'm trying to get back on my feet. Got a plan to make you stay, but you gotta trust in me, yeah. Please believe me, girl, I swear I'll leave my wicked ways. Gonna find a way to keep you for another day, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm a deceitful man, don't you know? Oh, oh. And I'm gonna stick to my plan to keep you coming back. I'm a deceitful man, don't you know? Oh, oh. I'm a deceitful man. Oh, oh no.
All right, we are back, and you're listening to Jams and Coffee in the Morning with me, Brad Brock, and I'd like to thank everybody tuning in here and chatting along. It is awesome to have people to talk with. Again, thank you to Paul for calling in with that traffic. Jordan actually had an update on traffic. She's actually on her way into work as well, and she said there's a traffic accident. This is for Port St. Lucie people. Bayshore and Port St. Lucie Boulevard is down to one lane for an accident there. There had to be something, you know. There had to be some sort of traffic anomaly going on a Monday morning to slow people down. But thank you again so much for tuning in. JNC in the Morning will be live 7 to 9 each weekday morning moving forward for as long as I could probably keep it up. In an attempt to get me up a little bit earlier and keep you guys informed about local stuff going on and all the things that we've got going on, and giving you an alternative to morning listening with a little bit more of a local focus here. So we appreciate that. A local focus on music as well. So if you're tired of the same top 40 tunes that are spinning on every other radio station in the morning, we got some cool and awesome local music to feature. Plus, my ramblings, much like my ramblings going on for this next story. You guys, did anybody out there go out to the Treasure Coast Naturist Blind Creek Beach skinny dip that happened yesterday? I can't find an updated story. I see a bunch of pictures, obviously not of the nudists out there, but it was a big skinny dip. The last thing I heard that they wanted to beat last year's record of 431 people that attended the event last year. Somebody 12 hours ago said that the last count they heard was 769 people. Said it was a beautiful day, but parking was nuts. Both sides of the road were lined up with cars for quite a ways. Looked like everyone had a good time, and that was from Ed commenting on Facebook. And so it's unconfirmed, but that's just what he was told. So yeah, that's almost double their last year. That's a lot of naked people, which leads me to my next question to all of you. What are your expectations for going to a nude beach? You know, obviously in the perfect world, you have a lined beach of everyone with beautiful muscular bodies and daydream kind of stuff. But I imagine, because I look at myself in the mirror every day, that is not the case. Because certainly if I was out there, I would ruin the illusion for everyone. I imagine that it's a lot more normal, regular bodies out there showing it all off, and I think that it's awesome. Certainly, in no way does that gross me out. I think being naked is completely normal, and the most normal thing. Honestly, I think putting on clothes every day is the most ridiculous thing that we've come to do as a society. But hey, I'm just one person. But it is fun that the Blind Creek Beach is a nude beach and that it was accepted by the county to do so, and that they hosted this event once again out there. And I hope that it was a great success. From what I've read, it sounds like it. Sounds like people had a really good time. And I hope they broke their record. I hope they did more and had more people attend, because it sounds like a blast. Anytime I see something like that coming out on the other side of this pandemic, where people are able to get back together again and be social creatures like the creatures that we are, is always nice to hear. I love that. Moving on, coming up this week on the Jams and Cocktails podcast on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, we are going to be talking about barbershop music. Barbershop music. If you're unfamiliar with that, there's been cartoon versions of it. It's usually four gentlemen wearing the straw hats and the striped vests and singing in harmony wonderful songs. And that's exactly what it is. And it traditionally, but it's not always men. Women are in it too. But traditionally, it would be four guys singing songs in harmony. And so on the show on Wednesday night, we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to give you a little history of barbershop music. And why are we doing this? Because Wednesday night is International Barbershop Music Day, a day to celebrate barbershop music. So we'll be featuring some great national barbershop acts. You'll get to see them and hear their music. We're going to give you, as I mentioned, some history on where it all came from. And we're also going to talk about the modern barbershop music scene, because it exists. It's here. And it's actually here on the Treasure Coast. There is a whole group dedicated to the art and form of barbershop music. So don't miss it. Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern, the Jams and Cocktails live podcast. I'll be here with my incredible co-hosts, of course, Jordan, Ellie, and Derek. And it's going to be a good time. It always is. Coming up tomorrow, I will be performing for the first time at Tipsy Tiki in Fort Pierce. So I'll be there from 6 to 10-ish. So come out and hang out with me. It's going to be a good time. Always stoked to play a new place. And, of course, this was Tipsy Tiki was recently taken over by the folks at Pierce Cider. So great people there running the joint and full liquor bar. It's going to be a great time. If you hate me and you don't want to see that, or you want to do something a little different, Sailfish Brewing is just down the street from there, and they're putting on a carnival. Let me actually find that event so I can give you a little bit more information on that, because I believe it's a ticketed event, but I think they're featuring a carnival food pairing with their beers, and it's gonna be crazy good, and it's on a Tuesday, which is unusual, but I like it because there's not really a lot of things to do on Tuesdays, aside from coming to see me at the Tipsy Tiki. Let's see here. Let me find the event so I can. Here it is. A Sailfish Carnival food and beer pairing event. It says, "Come one, come all to the greatest carnival-inspired food and beer pairing of them all." They went on to say the carnival's coming through town, and we've convinced them to make a special detour through downtown Fort Pierce at Sailfish Brewing for one night only for a very special Sailfish Carnival. Join us for a unique craft beer experience on Tuesday, July 12th, which is tomorrow, for a spectacular evening showcasing our favorite carnival foods and your favorite Sailfish beers. Stroll through the Sailfish Carnival at your leisure and visit 8 different booths throughout the tap room, each featuring a carefully crafted carnival-inspired pairing for your enjoyment. Enjoy an evening of carnival games and exciting entertainment. Step right up enjoying the fun. Limited tickets are available, and all attendees must be 21 plus, and the tickets are required for entry to the event. They are $45 for the carnival ticket, food and beer, $25 carnival ticket, food only, no beer. So those of you that are, riding the wagon, I applaud you. And you can get in there for $25 and get your face in and around some great carnival eats. But that's happening tomorrow night at Sailfish Brewing. It should be a good time. So go through there, stuff your face real quick, and then run over to Tipsy Tiki and hang out with me for the rest of the evening. It's going to be a good time. So plenty of stuff to do on Tuesday. So come do that. Moving on through the week, of course, we'll be JNC in the morning. We'll be back on tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Ugh, so early. So early. But a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys tuning in with me here. So yeah, we're going to take another quick break, and we'll come back with more local happenings. You're listening to JNC in the morning. I'm Brad Brock. We'll be right back.
My baby don't drink no whiskey. She don't eat pills or snort cocaine. There's just one thing my woman, she lives broke around her brain. My baby's a weedhead. My baby's a weedhead. My baby's a weedhead. My baby's a weedhead. She likes to roll it, likes to fold it, likes to drink it in her tea. Sometimes I think she likes her stuff better, she likes me. But that's alright, 'cause when she gets a smoke in her head, she smiles with bloodshot eyes as she jumps in the bed. And he ain't sleeping. No, he ain't sleeping. I gotta work 2 jobs just to keep her supplied. Keep her supplied just to keep her satisfied. She's a weedhead. My baby's a weedhead.
dangerous, walking around with a list of victims that could not resist attitude inside a thigh. Like a dog, I need that's off the leash. All my money on the drinks. Never did I think that you'll take me for a ride. She's a wild, wild girl. Tequila shots, hot rods, and rock and roll. Like a deer in the headlights, I was blind. Call me a lucky man, 'cause that girl, she's mine. Well, trouble is a middle name, skin and dipping in the lake. She's a habit I can break, addicted to the rush. She's a beam, a line, a perfect mess. The thought of her getting undressed will leave a man possessed, just yearning for a touch. Wild, wild girl. Whiskey, neat, fast cars, and rock and roll. Like a deer in the headlights, I was blind. Call me a lucky man, 'cause that girl, she's mine. A vision on the neon lights, one look at you hypnotized. She can keep it up all night when she takes the floor. She will always steal the show, a bombshell that will make you blow. She's the one that knows that you'll be begging for more. Wild, wild girl. Tequila shots, hot rods, and rock and roll. Wild, wild girl. Whiskey, neat, fast cars, and rock and roll. Like a deer in the headlights, I was blind. Call me a lucky man, 'cause the girl, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine.
Vern Diesel. Wild girl. Love Vern. You guys heard that Elon Musk backed out of buying Twitter? Well, news reports, CNN reports that he may still be on the hook for $1 billion just to get out of the Twitter purchase. So talk about throwing money into the wind there. After announcing he wants out of his deal to buy Twitter, Elon Musk spent the weekend in Idaho at the Sun Valley Conference. He spoke on stage, essentially off record. A source in the room told CNN's chief media correspondent, Brian Stelter, that Musk tripled down on his decision to try to back out of the deal and claimed it was all about the bots. It's a pretty, I mean, I understand. I understand that the bots are a major problem. On all social media platforms, you know, there's nothing worse than having a dear friend request you on social media to find out that their profile was cloned, and it's just causing all kinds of chaos. Musk originally said he was going to fix the bot problem, Stetler said on a reliable sources on Sunday. The same problem that he now says is stopping him from doing the deal. New York Times reporter Lauren Hirsch said there has been an interesting confluence of events since the news of Musk's offer first broke. The stock market basically dropped off the cliff, especially in the crypto world. I don't know about you guys, man, but I saw a massive dip in my crypto investments when this was thing. But this included shares of Tesla, which Musk was presumably relying on to fund much of the deal. That may actually be part of the reason Musk has seemingly been casting down that his purchase offer would come to fruition almost from the moment he made it. You kind of throw daggers out there and then walk away, and we never knew quite what his intention was, Hirsch said, at least until Friday, when Musk's lawyer sent Twitter a letter saying he is pulling out of the deal because the social media platform is in material breach of multiple provisions of the original agreement. Twitter is fighting back, pledging to take Musk to court. They really want to sell their company, huh? I mean, I guess if somebody was dangling that much money in front of me for my social media company and then backed out, you got to start returning the Teslas and all the other major purchases that you might have preemptively gotten into. The Washington Post, some have questioned if Musk's concerns about the bots are just an excuse to exit the deal. Washington Post national correspondent Philip Bump said it's hard to say what his true motives are, but did concede that Musk is an eccentric character, which we are all aware of. He said, I'm sort of fascinated by the repercussions of his announcement that it very quickly became entangled in American politics, Bump said. Twitter was perceived by some as a leftist, elitist organization, and that was now going to be taken over and reshaped by a libertarian conservative. Which furthers our discussion last week on JNC Podcast, that there's like no middle ground anymore. Nothing is in the gray area. It's just you're either out in left field or you're out in right field, or in many cases you're just sitting in the bleachers watching it all unfold before you. I'm not even there. I'm at the concession stand getting hot dogs with peanut butter and jelly on them. That's where you'll find me. One potential beneficiary of a Musk Twitter takeover is former President Donald Trump, who was famously banned from the platform following the January 6th event at the Capitol. He recently went on stage at an Alaska political rally and labeled Musk a bullshit artist, calling his decision to withdraw from the Twitter deal rotten. But hey, I guess that's his prerogative. One of the big questions now is what will happen to Twitter, from its employees to its advertising revenue to its share price. The stock was down another 5% pre-market today. The saga has been going on since April, and the employees still don't know who their boss is going to be. Insider's chief media correspondent, Claire Atkinson, said, if you're considering advertising on the platform, you want to know, is this product suitable? And what are their rules? Stelter said that bots are no doubt a problem for Twitter, though it's still unclear just how prevalent they are. But Musk may be more affected by them than the average user. Stelter said, I suspect what's going on here is Musk has a very different experience on Twitter than the average user. He is overwhelmed by BS replies and spam. And I think we were talking about Twitter on the podcast a while back. I couldn't... I don't even remember the last time I signed into my Twitter. It's certainly not on my phone. Who out there is actually still rocking Twitter? And more importantly, is this a place where you get the majority of your news from? And I'm not saying this in a way that I think little of it. It's that I'm ignorant to it. I don't use Twitter. I don't do it. I think my last tweet was in 2021, and I think it was just because I was doing a mass push for a show, and it happened to be in the list of social media things where it could go. But I've not logged into my Twitter in ages and even seen what was going on. I certainly don't get news from there. Occasionally I'll look at it to following a link that somebody may have sent to me, but I don't know what the appeal is. So please enlighten me. You can hit me up in the chats and comments, or you can give me a call at 772-888-1596 to get right here on the air in the JNC Lounge. But yeah, Elon Musk, they went on to say, you might be on the hook for $1 billion just to get out of the purchase. if Twitter goes to sue him. Interesting story. Interesting that a billionaire would even want to buy something like that. Like, I mean, I understand his original purpose was, to make it more free or less convoluted or less censored. And I imagine that's probably his preferred social media platform. But, like, where does it stop? What's interesting is that, I'm relatively not provocative on social media. I, like to keep my T's crossed and my I's dotted. I don't like to get banned on social media. Or certainly get thrown in Facebook jail, as they call it. I always think it's funny when people come back and they're like, out of jail. But in order to keep doing what I do here, we got to somewhat stay in the lines. Even though we get on some hot button topics, as I had mentioned earlier on the podcast, and maybe we'll do that here because why not? Especially if we're hanging out in the morning all morning long. Paul actually made a comment about the skinny dipping event over on YouTube. He said, wait, there's a tie with the list of hot dog places in the skinny dip event. And that, friends, is a wiener joke. Good job, Paul. Well, you guys, I think we're winding down here on the JNC Morning Show. I'm going to come back with my shameless plugs. A little bit about what you should be looking into, or what I think you should be looking into, because I think it's super cool. And then we'll send it on down the line. Here's one from our friend Christine Baird. This is Alone Tonight. You're listening to JNC in the Morning. I'll be right back.
Will you call me when you get off the train? I don't care if it's midnight again. All I wanna hear you say is, baby, I'm home, why don't you head this way? 'Cause I don't wanna sleep alone tonight. I don't wanna sleep alone tonight. A friend of mine, he said his love's gone and left. Oh, no. I can't imagine any greater theft. Life can be cold and unbeatable storm. Promise me, baby, to keep your bed nice and warm. 'Cause I don't wanna sleep alone tonight. I don't wanna sleep alone tonight. I won't be alright. I don't wanna sleep alone tonight. Every time you call my name, sends shivers down my spine. I can't wait a minute more for your place or mine. Ain't no way that you can say you don't want me by your side. Ain't no way to make it through another lonely night. Ain't no way that you can say you don't want me by your side. Ain't no way to make it through another lonely night. Another lonely night. Another lonely night.
Addicted to your energy, need your love and constantly. All the things you do to me. Addicted to your energy, need your love and constantly. All the things you do to me. You ecstasy. It's the way you look, way you look. It's the way you look in my eyes. It's the way you look, way you look. It's the way you look in my eyes. Get me like, get me like, hey, get me like, it's the way you look in my eyes. Get me like, get me like, hey, get me like, it's the way you look in my eyes. I can feel the flames of your fire. Something about you's dangerous. I can never get enough. You keep bringing me higher. I can't sleep, you keep me up. Something about you's dangerous. Yeah. I can feel the flames of your fire. Something about you's dangerous. I can never get enough. Yeah. You keep bringing me higher. I can't sleep, you keep me up. Something about you's dangerous. Addicted to your energy, need your love and constantly. All the things you do to me. Addicted to your energy, need your love and constantly. All the things you do to me. You ecstasy. It's the way you look, way you look. It's the way you look in my eyes. It's the way you look, way you look. It's the way you look in my eyes. Get me like, get me like, hey, get me like, it's the way you look in my eyes. Get me like, get me like, hey, get me like, it's the way you look in my eyes. It's the way you look in my eyes. It's the way you look, way you look. It's the way you look in my eyes.
All right, you're listening to JNC in the morning with me, Brad Brock. And hope you enjoyed yourselves this morning. Thank you for waking up with me. I'm going to get into my shameless plugs segment of the show here to wind it down. First and foremost, thank you again for tuning in. We will be here each weekday morning, hoping to get some special guests in the studio and or Skyping in, whoever I can wake up the earliest to come and join us here. But so stay tuned. It's going to build. It's going to be a cool thing. We'll have much more going on. But thank you so much for tuning in and chiming in and chatting with us here. Shameless plug. Be sure to check out our friends at Code Rum. Available at all Total Wines throughout Florida and some mom and pop shops. And at some local bars like our next feature, Sneaky Tiki in downtown Stewart. Good friend Darren runs that place. Awesome spot to go and get a little taste of Key West in downtown Stewart. Great food, good drinks, Code Rum cocktails, ready for you to enjoy there. Our friends at Snorkel Corn Entertainment and Treasure Coast Entertainment for making sure that I am gainfully employed as a musician around the Treasure Coast. Appreciate you guys, Zach and Jeff, and Victoria from Sovereign Entertainment. Appreciate you guys, Mike from Night Owl, all of you guys for keeping me busy and in the music world. Also, check out our friend Paul, who called in earlier on the show. Paul has a podcast called Drums and Rums, and it's exactly what you think. It's a podcast about drums and rums. He features world-class drummers on his podcast and even more world-class rum makers on his podcast as well. So it's a very interesting show. I might have even made an appearance or two. So go check that out anywhere you listen to your podcasts. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, all available there. Drums and Rums with Paul Robertson. Also, our friends at 561 Music Podcast, Ben and Hector from the Killbillies Band. You've probably seen them or heard of them around town. They have another great entertainment podcast where they interview local musicians and get a little bit more of their story, some of who were featured today here on the show. So go check out their podcast, follow them, and enjoy their content. Great guys. Also, do not miss the JNC podcast coming up on Wednesday, this Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. We do our shows live, so you can interact with us. As I mentioned, we have the hotline open, so you'll be able to call in and join us. As I mentioned earlier, our show this week is featuring barbershop music, the history of it, and we'll give you some samples of it, plus a bunch of our regular shenanigans to get into. So that is Wednesday night, 8 p.m., Jams and Cocktails live podcast. Be able to do that. Come out and see me this week. As I mentioned, I will be at Tipsy Tiki tomorrow night, Tuesday, tomorrow night at 6 p.m. Thursday, I will be at Manatee Island Restaurant and Bar in Fort Pierce. Tipsy Tiki also in Fort Pierce, by the way. But I will be there playing at Manatee Island on Thursday, 5:30. This Friday, it escapes me. I have no idea where I am actually, but we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out where Brad's playing. I guess I should have been a little bit more prepared about where you could find me. But yes, this Friday I will be nowhere. It looks like. I think I have the night off. Isn't that amazing? So let me know out there what you guys have going on, or if there's any bands out there that I should go and take a peek at. Saturday, I will be in Oviedo, Florida, up by Orlando at the Oviedo Brewing. And Sunday, I will be back at the Sneaky Tiki in downtown Stewart, and I'll be there at 2 p.m. It should be a good time. So that's where you can find me. Please, if you're watching on Facebook, follow us, follow the JNC page. If you're watching on YouTube, be sure that you're subscribing, and vice versa. If you're watching on YouTube, please go and check out our Facebook page. And if you're watching on Facebook, please go and subscribe to our YouTube page. Spread the love wherever you possibly can, because it's so important, and it's so appreciated, really and truly. And let me know, drop me a line at jamsandcocktails@gmail.com, or send us a message on Facebook. Let me know what you think of the show. Give me some pointers, anything that you'd like to see more of in the morning shows. We're building this from the ground up. I have my influences, but we want to be interesting, locally focused, and have some good discussions. So please let me know what you think. What I think is it's high time that I start making some moves and getting on with my day out here. I appreciate you guys once again tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow morning right here where you're watching Jams and Coffee in the Morning with me, Brad Brock. Thanks for waking up with me. Enjoy your day. Be safe out there. Drink some water, for God's sake. I love you.